Hello and welcome to FinextraTV. I'm Madhvi Sonia and we're here at EBAday in Copenhagen. Joining me today is Trevor LaFleche from ACI Worldwide. Hi Trevor, how are you?
Very good. Very nice to be back with you here.
Lovely. Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to talk about Wero, orchestration and all things payments. When it comes to orchestration, what's the next step from there?
I think banks are really still in a siloed mode. They're building systems that are handling particular rails. So instant payments has always been a project just for instant payments. They might be doing a high value regeneration, and that's still another silo. What we're encouraging banks to do, and I think where the industry is going, is that orchestration across platforms. There's common services like fraud, AML checks that really need to be done consistently across all of those areas. And that's where the orchestration, really, that layer in between the order manager and the back office system, that really needs to be an area where you can decide on how to route the payments, you can decide on what checks need to be done on the payments, and really thinking about it holistically. And that's what we're seeing is the sort of next step in how banks are approaching their systems.
That's great. And I mentioned Wero. Can you speak more to that?
Yeah, so I think Wero is a very good example where the foundation is instant payments, it's SET instance on that type of infrastructure, and the overlay services that are essentially Wero is really allowing sovereignty inside the Euro area for the banks that are joining, and that's really giving it's the payment experience that people want, not necessarily an instrument. And I think that's really the next step that they've taken with Wero. But you really need to have a solid foundation where you can execute the volume that is expected to be on Wero. And that's where we want to see banks focusing their energies, is really getting that solid foundation in place.
Yeah, I guess it's all about unifying European payments. And I think looking to the future, what can you say about that sort of future-proofing concept? And is it a case of predictive futurism? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think gone are the days of the monolithic application. Is really what we're looking at is composable payments where you have services that you're spinning up and being able to include in your payment flow. We're looking at the 10 features of cloud native application development, which is really steps through exactly what financial institutions need to do to be able to keep everything up to date. You don't have to install, you don't have a different experience on Facebook or Netflix or things. It's seamlessly updated in the background. You're provided with new features, new capabilities, new services, and that whole application development philosophy and architecture really needs to be brought into financial institutions. It's the CI/CD methods that allows you to upgrade and integrate without having to take down your application. And that's how banks are going to have to future-proof, because change will always happen, and our ability to react to it quicker is really where we see financial institutions being able to get out of the maintaining their legacy systems the way that they were before.
That's really great advice for all the banks, and thank you so much. You've left us with a lot of food for thought. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.